Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Matthews Cardboard YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a different sort of video. Now, I know I only post once a week normally, but I decided to make a second video this week because I did something a little different on Instagram, and I kind of want to break it down and explain to you what I did. So I did something that I like to call a claim sale. So what I did is I took all these cards, well, I took every card that I have, but these are the ones that sold. I took all these cards and I posted them on Instagram at a relatively firm price. I took the price that I paid for the card. So for example, this RJ Barrett, I paid $110. I posted it for $120 and then plus the shipping cost. I posted it at firm unless you take multiple cards. And the reasoning behind this, the reason why I did it is because I just set up at a show and a lot of this inventory obviously did not sell, or some of it I had bought at the show. And so, for example, like this quickly in this Mahomes red right here. I bought it at the show last weekend, and I didn't want to get stuck holding inventory. That's something I've experienced in the past, and I want to try to tell you guys, be honest. I showed you guys my losses. I want to teach you guys what I'm learning as a young adult in this hobby. It's very easy to get caught up in trying to make as much money as possible. But if I can make $5 to $10 on one, two, I think this is over 10 cards here. That's, let's say, $15 on average I made. That's $150 in one day. Honestly, I sold all these within an hour. As soon as I posted all these cards, I got probably 5-10 DMs in about 10 minutes. All these sold within the hour. And it's very easy, like I said, to get caught up in taking all the profit. I want to get $20, $30 per card. But if I can sell each card for a $10 profit, let the next person sell it for another $10 profit. And sure, I could have taken that $20 that together we made and tried to get that out of somebody. But it's better to build relationships with the people you're selling to, leave a little meat on the bone so they'll want to come back to me and say, hey, this guy gave me a fair price. This guy let me have some room to make some money, so I want to buy from him again. That's just kind of my thought process behind why I did that. I know I've been talking a lot, so let me show you guys exactly what we sold. This is over a $2,300 worth of stuff in about an hour that we sold. Let's get straight on into it. We're going to start from the right over here. This deal we sold to @ZebCards on Instagram. I'm going to put up the profit and, everything I made because I'm not sure I can remember everything off the top of my head, but I believe I paid $170 for the pair, and I believe I sold this for $130 and this for $80 and then minus shipping. So this for $130 and this for $75 if you want to take out the shipping cost. So again, just made a little bit of money, but I had these cards for a very short amount of time, and we move on and let someone else make that money. Next was the first lot of the day that we sold was these two. Now these two are the biggest cards that we sold. The LeBron James Topps Chrome Rookie BGS 8, again, that you saw me pick up in the last video. 3 9.5 subgrades. So I think I'd assume the person is going to crack this out because the PSA 9 is like over $1,000, but the centering, as you can tell, is pretty horrendous. But anyways, we also sold this Shaq with it. This is going to add all over cards. I believe we made $10 on this one and $25 on this maybe after shipping. So again, $30 on an over $1,000 deal, but that's $30 that I will take and use those $1,000 to buy even more cards. Sorry, I just noticed my finger was in the way of the screen, but this one, like I said, we paid $110 for this and sold this one for $120 to a local collector, someone I know who collects the Knicks, and even though he's not a Knick anymore, obviously can't go wrong with an RJ Opulence RPA. Moving on, we sold this LeBron James Gold Wave PSA 10, paid $280 on this one. I believe we sold it for $305. Then the Luka PSA 9 here, paid $175 for this one, and I believe we sold it for $210, and then minus the shipping cost of $205. And then the final deal of this video, Anthony Simons Prism Silver from first year Prism, and a Jerry West Gold Refractor. I think on this deal, I guess depending on how you want to break it down, I broke even, but I had this card for a while, and this one is obviously a very cool card and a rare card, but I wasn't getting too much interest on eBay because even though I expected it, truthfully, I expected to have a big market, but I think it was just kind of a unique card that is harder to sell. Honestly, unique cards are kind of harder to sell. Like, this is bread and butter stuff. PSA 9 Prism, rookies, and of course it's Luka Doncic. But something, for example, like the Shaq, this is a lot harder to move because it's a lot for a Shaq card, for a Shaq patch. The last Raw did 600. It's harder to move than something like this. So broke even on the pair. I'm pretty sure I maybe made like $5 right there. So let me add all this up. We're going to get into how much exactly I made in under 1 hour selling all these cards. So the total price paid on all these was $2,050, and if you were following along and doing the math, the total we sold was $2,200. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money. We only made $150 on $2,000 worth of investments, you could say. Now, yes, on paper it doesn't sound like a lot, but we made $16 on average per card. It's 9 cards at $150. If you can sell $150 worth of profit each day, that's almost $55,000 in 1 year, which is more than you would make on a minimum wage job. And yes, it took a lot of work. I had to source these cards and, all that, and I had to pay for shipping. But at the same time, $150 a day, even if it's $100 a day, that's $700 a week. That is $36,000 a year, even if you can only sell $100 worth of cards a day in profit. So it just goes to show that, yes, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up very quickly. So my final advice to you is don't be greedy. Get whatever profit you can, even if it's $5, even if it's 5%, take what you can, move on, build relationships, and go make some money selling sports cards. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.